Your attention, please. And now, on with the show.
Live from Paradise Studios in New York, Strong Island Television presents Under the Radar, starring Randy Unger. Brought to you by Magnitude Jewelry. Add a 2 to match your attitude. Tonight, we're going to be interviewing actress, model, singer, songwriter, and performer April Doyle. Randy will also be reviewing the new films The Aeronauts and The Grudge with special guest critics Matt Warren and Thomas Puglisi and special guest Matt Haberman. And now, here's your host, Randy Unger.
Hey guys, I'm Randy Unger. This is another edition of Under the Radar, where we talk all things film. But right now, I have on Skype a musician, performer, actress, singer, songwriter, April Doyle. Hey April, how's it going?
Hi, how are you? How are you, New York?
Hey, how's it going in California?
It's beautiful out here. The weather is probably a little different than what you guys are experiencing, but it's like a beautiful new year. Like everything's bright and shiny right now after all the rain we had. It looks great.
Nice. I'm very jealous.
Yeah.
So you're an actress, a singer, a model, overall performer. You wear so many hats. What is your favorite hat to wear?
That's an interesting question because I think it's probably a tie between performing and like being the impetus of some new project. Like I love to write and I love to put choreography together. I love to kind of like be behind the scenes and then in front of the scenes, so to speak. I've enjoyed having my finger in so many different pies of the aspect of this business, crazy business, and still doing some interesting things with some of the top people in the business. So really enjoying this project. The April in the Velvet Room it's all industry guys and with credits a mile long. And so I'm honored that they want to work with me. So I really want to work with them. So it's a really cool energy,
Nice.
The whole project.
And can you talk a little bit about the Velvet Room?
Yes, it started out as, and that's my French bulldog snoring in the background.
Yeah.
I'm not, just so that you know what the odd noise is. It started out as a project of me just recording some of my favorite old standards. Instead, like I was stepping aside to just kind of do some songs that I just always had loved. And then I was working with producer Kevin Flournoy, who is the musical director for, I can go on for days, the Pointer Sisters. He's worked with Babyface, with, Jeffrey Osborne, with R&B based, like just Shaka Khan, a mile long list. And so all of a sudden we just started writing songs, and the songs were really good. And so the project kind of blossomed into something a little different than I had imagined, but it was a beautiful thing. And so now he's called in all his heavyweights. We've got like Myungo Jackson, who's Stevie Wonder's percussionist, or has been on and off. We've got Cleto on saxophone. He's the musical director on Jimmy Kimmel Live. We've got, I can go on and on, the people from Steely Dan, and we're putting them all together. We actually have we're doing a party, like an album release party at Vibrato in Bel Air, California. And that's going to be on March 8th. So we're looking forward to that with all these. We're going to have some dancers. My choreographer is one of the guys on Dancing with the Stars. And it's just, I'm stunned to be in such around, performing with such royalty.
That's awesome. And I actually just listened to two of your songs, Love in the Holidays, which I thought was great.
Thank you.
And that just reminded me, Happy New Year, by the way.
You too.
Yeah. But it's a great song. What was the inspiration behind that?
It was kind of like a personal challenge that, there's with almost every musician I've met, they're like, I want to do a Christmas song. I want to do a Christmas song. So it got like late in the game, and I was like, I'm doing a Christmas song.
Nice.
So I go, hey guys. So we got that done in like a month.
Okay.
And it was a little late when we got it out there, but we really liked it. And there's actually some movie people that are considering it for a Christmas film that's coming out next year. So there was a lot of reasons, that kind of personal stuff that pushed it along, and then, the possibility of it being in a movie and all that.
Wow.
It helped, with the energy to get it done.
Yeah.
And we really like it. It's got some classic thing. If you do a good Christmas song that's not corny, and that was my objective. I'm doing a Christmas song that's not going to be corny. And the backgrounds with all that at the end of the song, all these beautiful classic Christmas hooks. And that is due to Kevin Dorsey, who was Michael Jackson's lead backup singer and arranger for 25 years. And so that's another honor I have to say is on my project. And he put all the beautiful backgrounds together for that. So
cool.
We didn't push it too hard this year because of when it got out, but we have this potential movie situation that will definitely push it, with more energy next year. Mm-hmm. Just glad to get it done. I was like, woohoo, okay, I got my project done. That was what I was after, is to complete it.
Nice. So you've obviously had a wonderful career and still going strong.
Yes.
What would you say?
Knock on wood.
Yeah, seriously. What would you say is maybe the highlight so far?
One of the highlights has been the travel with the corporate band, my corporate band, Hot Chile Productions. Okay. One as well known with all the production companies and agencies nationwide. The travel I've gotten to do with that group, we've been all over Greece and Europe, and we get to go to New York every now and then. Love to come to New York. Nice. The travel has been monumental, and then I'd say doing this now, I love acting. I did a lot of styling and makeup for a lot of major hair companies. Okay. We were doing a lot of ads I was working with this one photographer who was a major go-to for most of the major beauty and hair companies. So did a lot of that. That was fun too. The whole modeling switched into makeup and all. Okay. So again, it's I'm very lucky to have been able to work in so many different aspects. Right.
And so you just mentioned that you are an actress. What are some of your roles, if you could just tell us real quick?
I didn't have, I was doing a lot of theater. I was doing a lot of major theater stuff, and then the music took off. Okay. So I kind of, it wasn't like a major, I didn't have to put myself on the chopping block to make the decision. The music thing just kind of took off in such a way to where I had so many gigs on the line that it took precedence over acting. Okay. So most of my stuff, the acting was probably the least that I've done. I worked with some people up in LA, on some really good things and some commercials and things like that, but nothing ever. It was like the smaller portion of what I've done because of this music thing just kind of blowing up, needing all this time and attention and all these different aspects. We've done everything from videos for personal to the Hot Chile Productions, like the corporate entertainment faction, to other artist development, helping them get their projects together, to writing. We do custom songs for some events. Okay. And again, all music related, so it just took precedence.
Cool.
Over acting.
All right. Who are some of your musical influences?
That's an interesting question too, because there's people that I just adore and they're so random. Everybody from Nancy Wilson to Tina Marie to Erykah Badu to Raphael Sadiq to Stokely they're usually R&B based for me. Mm-hmm. of course, Stevie Wonder. And then old school, Mel Torme, The Velvet Fog.
Okay.
There's just a wide range of why I appreciate so many different artists.
Great. Now I'm curious, in your opinion, what makes a good performer?
It has to be, I mean, like the integrity, like what their commitment is to their, like you can see it if somebody's just phoning it in. There's a lot of young pop artists out there that are being manicured, for lack of a better term, and you can see that they're just kind of following a script or and then you can see when someone comes out with their blood and guts and they're singing from their soul, it's very easy to see that. And not to say that some of these look at the boy bands that are out there, BTS and all those guys are brilliant. Like they're so good at what they do. The performance is so great that you can't help but enjoy it. However, then you have somebody like Adele come out who will make a mistake, who will stop the band at the Oscars to say, no, this needs to be right. And you just love her because she's just naked on stage, so to speak. She's just really singing from her heart and soul, Nice. So there's so many different aspects of performance.
Is that Frankie in the background there?
That she's trying to eat my glasses. Well, yes. Would you like to? I think everybody should see Frankie because she is stunning.
Oh. And I know, obviously you're a huge animal lover.
Yes.
And I believe you're involved with some organizations, some charities.
I am. A part of my quote-unquote mission statement with the corporate band, and any money that I make, I give a portion to all the charities that I support because I am a tried and true animal activist. Nice. So, Animal Legal Defense Fund, Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine, they got like 25 major colleges to stop testing on animals. PETA, Greenpeace, I did have to pick one that was helping people. I started thinking about that. I was supporting all these animals and no people. So I also support Doctors Without Borders.
Okay.
That's a really good one. And St. Jude, the children's, they support all children with cancer, etc. Yeah. Yeah, the whole point of anything I do, the whole thing of pay it forward.
Right.
Giving back something for, the blessings that we get in this industry. It's not a normal life when you're a performer and all the stuff that we get to experience and the opportunities we get. So I think paying it forward, I think everybody, no matter what walk of life, as long as we pay something, pay it back just a little bit while we're here, I think that's important.
Well put. Now, before you go, is there anything else you want to mention, anything you want to plug that you haven't already?
No, it's exciting that the world is getting to know about this project and all the great talent that is coming together to make it live. Yeah. And we're going to be at Vibrato in Bel Air, California on March 8th. Okay. For a album release party.
And that's Bel Air, California.
Yeah, it's right next to Beverly Hills.
Okay.
And it's Sergio Mendez's club.
Oh, cool.
Called Vibrato.
Nice.
Well, it's going to be an awesome show.
We look forward to that. If I were in California, I would totally be there.
If you were there, I would buy you a drink.
Oh, thank you. Likewise. And you know what? If you're ever in Long Island, we'd love to have you stop by the studio.
Definitely. I love New York.
Cool.
I'd love to. I will definitely let you know where our travels are leading us these days.
And bring Frankie.
I know, right? She's so cute.
I know. All right. Well, thank you so much. Happy New Year again, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you, too. I appreciate it, and Happy New Year to everybody, and I think it's going to be a good year. I think this is going to be a different year for everybody.
Yeah, I feel it, too. All righty. Well, thanks so much, and have a great night.
You, too. Take care.
Bye. Okay, guys, so we're going to take a short commercial break, but we'll be back with our film review segment right after this.
Under the Radar is brought to you by Magnitude Jewelry add a 2 to match your attitude. Patent pending, interchange genuine gemstone and crystal EMF protection jewelry. For more information, please visit magnitudejewelry.com/gemgirl or call 718-268-6634.
Hey guys, we're back. This is Under the Radar. I'm your host, Randy Unger, and this is our film review segment. And I first off just want to welcome my wonderful panel of guest critics, and Happy New Year, gentlemen.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, this is our first show in 2020, so this is very exciting. And basically we've got Mr. Thomas Puglisi. Welcome back.
Always glad to be here.
Yeah, well, it's been a while, but you know. We got Matt Haberman. Even longer while since you were last here.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And Matt Roran, hello. So guys, we've got 2 films today. It's a simple show today, I'd say. The first one is actually on Amazon Prime right now, and it is an adventure drama called The Aeronauts, and it actually reunites 2 fantastic actors. We've got Eddie Redmayne and Felicity Jones, their first appearance together since.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I was like their first appearance together.
Ever?
Like,
No.
I'm like, I feel like they've been in every movie together, even though it's their second movie together.
It is their second. Okay.
Yeah.
I was afraid I was going to say, did I miss one? No, but no. Basically,
Theory of Everything.
Yeah, Theory of
Yeah.
Everything back in 2014.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Redmayne won his Oscar there.
Yeah.
She was nominated, if I'm not mistaken.
just
She was nominated. Yeah.
And their chemistry is just, it's great. And it transfers over very lovely to The Aeronauts, which basically takes place in 1862. And they are both, one's a scientist, one's a pilot. They want to basically take a hot air balloon further than anywhere as far as possible, basically. And they discover stuff about themselves and each other, and they encounter some really rough winds up there. They almost freeze. This is a film I didn't expect it to be this good.
Yeah.
And I really had a good time. Thomas, what did you think?
Oh, it was actually really great.
Yeah.
I mean, basically great performances by Eddie Raymond and Felicity Jones.
Terrific.
It was very beautifully shot. I mean,
Yeah,
visual
yeah.
effects were definitely very
Yes,
well done,
yes.
especially for an Amazon movie.
film. Great. Yeah.
They've been
Yeah.
making some great films lately,
Yeah.
Amazon.
What are some other Amazon films that you noticed lately?
Well, one of their Manchester by the Sea was
Oh
one of
yeah,
them.
that's true.
Right. Yeah, that was. I forgot that was Amazon. Yeah.
2016. That's probably around the time they first started.
Yeah. Well, they started. I think one of the Woody Allen movies was like one of the Wonder Wheel was one of them.
That wasn't bad.
They've done like the last 5 Woody Allen movies. All
Okay.
been Amazon originals.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. Good to know. Matt Haberman, what did you think of The Aeronauts?
I really enjoyed it, and even though for what it is that based on a true story, this is actually the truth.
Crazy story too.
It's a crazy story, but I even looked into it more. I mean, as far for the characters, I mean, some things have to be dramatized.
Yeah.
But as far as for Eddie's character, that was the real. I mean, that was a real adaptation to bring that balloon as high as it can be.
Yeah.
Like I can see how for the drama is if you go higher, it's like when you go up the troposphere,
Yeah.
the colder it's gonna get.
Yeah. The scene, you can actually feel their cold, how cold they're getting. They're freezing up there.
It got to a point where I was like, wow, this movie became like Gravity, but in the 1800s and a hot air balloon. I was like, oh my god, like
I didn't expect it to be this good.
yeah.
And why the hell did they not prepare themselves? Like they couldn't bring jackets.
It's like I guess they didn't know better.
Yeah.
I mean, although like he was a scientist, he claimed he was a scientist, and all the scientists were like, nay, weather is not science. But
that's James Glazier's.
Yeah.
Played by Redmayne.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, they also did incorporate the pressure that happens when you go really high as well.
Right.
It's basically he was starting to lose it up there.
They both were really.
Yeah.
Physically and mentally. It's crazy. But again, you mentioned the visual effects, which I thought were fantastic as well.
Oh yeah, you can clearly tell. Obviously, it was all filmed like green screen
Oh
stuff.
yeah,
the green screens were
it looked great.
Yeah,
it looked
as
believable.
It looked like it was really there in the sky.
Yeah. It had a bit of a Titanic feel to it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And sorry, Matt.
It makes me want to not go in a hot air balloon.
I have to agree with that, actually.
Well, you don't want to go 30,000 feet.
Yeah. I have to agree with that.
Though.
I mean, it was like when I saw the movie Everest. When I saw that, I did not want to go on Mount Everest.
Yeah, this movie just makes you feel cold and like you're gonna die. But it's not like depressing. It's like kind of hopeful, you know.
Yeah.
It's well made, and I'm really glad we're talking about it.
It's like you get depressed for like
maybe
like 2 minutes, and then you're like, all right.
Yeah.
It was a feel good.
It was surprisingly feel good.
Yeah. And there's sort of like a romance going on. They never really kind of went deep into that romance, but you could sense it. They just got a great chemistry. All right, guys. So see it, skip it.
Oh, definitely see
it, of course.
It's on Amazon Prime now, and it's just a wonderful.
It's at your house.
Yeah, just watch. You don't even have to.
It's right there.
You don't need to put on pants. You're good.
Hey, you don't need to go to a theater. Just watch it on your Amazon app.
You can too.
TMI, Matt.
There's some just great movies on all of them. Netflix, Amazon.
Yeah,
it's been a good year for streaming.
Definitely. Also, side note,
all competing with each other.
I don't know if you guys saw The Two Popes, but that's on that's on Netflix right now, and I just thought I'd mention it really quickly because that's also a fantastic drama, historical drama.
Yeah.
Well, not as
historical fiction.
For a few years ago.
Yeah.
They took some liberties there, I guess. But yeah, you got Anthony Hopkins and Jonathan Pryce as two.
Yeah.
One's a cardinal, one's a pope, and they're basically going head to head with their words, basically, because they have very differing opinions about society and politics. So it's really nice to see them go head to head, and fantastic performances from Price and Anthony Hopkins. So yeah, check that. Two Popes, right? That's on Netflix right now. So streaming, fantastic. Matt, are you a fan of all the streaming services and what their offerings?
I am a fan of them, especially with some of the shows that are coming out now, especially on Disney.
Yeah,
Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I recommend The Mandalorian.
Everyone is telling me that's the show. I haven't seen it. I think I'm the only person.
It's honestly the best Star Wars.
You haven't seen it? Okay, we're in the same
original series.
Okay, is it really that great?
Yeah.
Oh
wow.
Yes.
All right. Better than the movies?
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
Since Jedi, it's the best thing they've done Star Wars.
I'll hold you to it.
I would say Rogue One to me is up there also, but it's solid.
Force Awakens was pretty solid too.
Yeah, I mean I liked all three of the the films that just came out, but Mandalorian, it's
nice.
Yeah.
Binge worthy.
Definitely
binge worthy.
Oh yeah.
All right.
You'll finish it real quick.
Yeah.
I'm sure you watch it week to week.
I did not actually.
Oh really? Yeah, I watched it week to week, so it was every week just waiting for it. And,
nice. The old school way of watching TV.
Yeah. So
cool.
But yeah, you can easily binge that in a sitting. It's
all right.
With 10 episodes, roughly a half hour to 40 minutes each.
I hear it's like a sci-fi western.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, a lot of the original Star Wars series are very the Japanese. This is Lone Wolf and Cub. It's very very westerny. A true what do they call it? A space opera.
Are there a lot of Easter eggs, fun surprises?
Yeah, it's great. You got to see a lot of the species and characters that you had toys of as a kid, and you always wanted to see more.
All the bounty hunters from
all
Empire.
the different kinds. Where you all the other movies, you only ever see one character from each species.
Right, like Snaggletooth.
Yeah,
like that scene in Empire where the Darth Vader is talking to all the bounty hunters.
Yeah.
Like, are they all in it?
Not all.
Okay.
But like, you know, you have more. Obviously, there's more Mandalorians in it. There's, you know, the IG unit. There's a different IG unit, IG-11, as opposed to IG-88, which is in the movie.
Okay.
You know, you know, you got Sand People, you got Jawas, all the classics.
Nice. Do we get some insights into carbonite technology?
Yes.
We do? Okay.
Oh, yes.
Just
Yes,
a hunch.
It opens with some great carbonite stuff.
Nice.
So.
Tom, so you're a Star Wars fan, right?
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think of the new films? Like they just capped it off with Rise of Skywalker.
Well, Rise of Skywalker, like, you know, I did like, but I didn't love it. Though.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
I'm with you there.
Yeah, so, like, you know, so it was just a little disappointing compared to, like, you know, this is probably going to be a controversial opinion, but I actually really did like The Last Jedi.
Okay.
And
It's not a bad movie.
I really
liked
liked it too.
It's just I don't think it's as good as Force Awakens, to be honest. I think that's the strongest of the three.
I would say, possibly out of the three, I would say Last Jedi might be my favorite.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, actually, mine as well.
Oh,
Last
interesting.
Jedi.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 against 1.
And I didn't see Last Jedi in the theater, which I'm so mad at myself for missing it. I watched it when it came on Netflix, and everyone was like, "Oh, it's the worst movie ever." And I watched it, I'm like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, I love this. I'm like, I'm like so mad I didn't see this on the big screen. Like,
Matt, favorite of the new trilogy?
I mean, always the best one will always stick out to me is Empire Strikes Back.
Oh well, that was yeah. No, I meant of the new
the
sequel
all
trilogy.
Yeah.
sequel
7
trilogy.
through 9.
Yeah.
7 through 9. Honestly, none.
Oh
Wow.
Wow! I'm a little surprised here. Okay.
I mean, obviously, the Star Wars, The Force Awakens was good, but I mean, we're putting this on the line here. No one has created it better than George Lucas. I mean, I'm not talking the prequel trilogies were are
I hated all of
definitely
them.
hated all of them. George Lucas did not want to make them. It was pretty much in demand by the fans. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna put this out here. I really don't want to make them, but here you go.
Well, you raised a good point. What about A New Hope? Now, originally when it was released, they didn't have Episode 4, right?
Right. It was just called Star Wars. It wasn't even called New Hope.
When did they add the episode number into the crawl?
I think it probably was after they made The Empire Strikes Back.
Was it?
It was kind of a...
Or was it during the special editions in
Yeah,
97?
97.
Was it that was it?
I think so, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was it, because that's when Lucas was like, okay, I'm going to do another 3.
I think it was definitely before that.
I feel like he's right. I feel like Empire, when it came out,
Yeah.
said like Episode 5
Uh-huh.
because they knew stuff happened before.
Guys, call in right now with your opinion. No, I'm kidding.
People who are obsessed with Wikipedia. Ryan, I'm talking to you. But yeah,
I think you're right about Empire too. Yeah, that's when they decided. Okay, this is gonna be a big thing, a huge saga.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the crawl was like Episode 5.
Yeah.
Empire Strikes Back. You know, like
But back to
they're irresistible.
yeah, but back to the original trilogy. I think I'm with you. I don't know. It might be a tie between for me Empire and Jedi, because they're both very very great films.
Yeah,
They
well,
are.
I mean, Empire is
You know.
perfect.
Yes, it is.
Empire is so perfect.
It might be tied with 2001: A Space Odyssey, best sci-fi movie ever. I think.
Interesting.
Yeah, might be tied.
Well, heck, like, you know, the plot twist in Empire was so amazing that,
Oh, yeah.
like, you know, when I talk to people who, like, haven't seen Star Wars yet, I would tell them, like, you know, watch the original trilogy first, and it's because, like, you know, if you watch the
Right, if you
prequel
watch the
trilogy,
prequels,
it'll
then
be
you
spoiled
get
for you
spoiled,
there.
Yeah.
Here's one thing I would like to even go back to for if Disney would have... Like, they did Rogue One good.
Yeah.
What they should have done, instead of putting Solo a Star Wars story, do the story of Shadows of the Empire. The book
Yes.
was written
Ooh.
on that.
That was
Shadows of the Empire.
That was the bridge, right, between Empire and Jedi, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
they should have done. They should have done that storyline. That would have been a perfect.
Yeah, they started with a book, then they had a video game, action figures. Normal trajectory implies that it would become either a series or a movie. And you're right. I don't know why they didn't make that into it.
Star Wars in general has made so many of those calls. 'Cause it's like, I remember Phantom Menace came out, and of course I was 21 years old. I was super excited. I was working in a movie theater when it came out, and I was like, yeah. I watched it and was like, what the fuck? And then I was like, all right, well, at least next we'll get Clone Wars. I'm like, at least we'll finally get a Clone Wars thing. And then, like, we get Attack of the Clones, and it's like, wait, what was that?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, all right, well, at least, and it's like, then we got Clone Wars in a cartoon, which is great. But it's like, I would have loved to see, like, a well-done film of that instead of any of the original, like, the prequel trilogy.
Plus, you got Hayden Christensen, who's like the worst actor ever, in my opinion. He's he's terrible.
Now
I'm
we're
sorry.
stuck with his ghost in Jedi.
I know.
That's one thing
He is
that I
literally
didn't like.
haunting us.
That's one thing that I didn't like what they did in Return of the Jedi that they brought and back in the special, and not in the special edition, but when they redid it for the DVD, they put Hayden Christensen as the ghost. That was not a good idea.
Why did they keep?
Well, it's that was when Anakin really died. It was like, nah, don't make the action figure that I like sent away proofs of purchases from cereal boxes not exist anymore. Like, come on.
Wait, was that the '80s Kenner line?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I guess his soul did kind of die a little bit when he became Darth Vader. But I like the old fat.
I still have that action figure, the Anakin Skywalker film from
I got that. Yeah,
Power of the Force, still in its original boxes. I don't know how much money it is, but when I saw when they did that, it's like it's got to be worth something now because it doesn't look like the Anakin.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I can't remember what cereal it was. I sent away proof of purchase to get that. Figure in the mail.
Maybe like because Kellogg's does a lot of different cereals.
Yeah.
It might have been throughout all of those cross promotion.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it. But anyway, we actually went off a little off tangent here with the Star Wars talk, which I'm not against at all. But we do have one more film to discuss today.
Is it Star Wars?
Yeah. It's Solo now. Now we've got another film. Franchise? Yeah, this is a franchise. The Grudge movies, basically, they came out, the new installment, which is a reboot of the American version, which was a remake of the Japanese version. And I think they're like up to maybe 10 movies total between Japan and America right now. And I actually watched the first three American versions and the first two Japanese versions, Ju-ons. And actually, I think this new one is better than the previous.
Honestly, until this one, Ju-on is the only one I've seen.
Okay.
The first one.
Okay.
Which I like. I didn't love it.
Yeah.
And I missed. I didn't see any of the others until this one.
The first American version is almost a note-for-note remake of
that's what I heard.
Ju-on.
Yeah.
Well, it was directed by the director of the Japanese one.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Takashi Shimizu. Pretty sure that's how you pronounce his name.
Takashi Shimizu. Yes. I think that's as good as it's going to get for our pronunciation.
Yeah.
Thomas, what did you think of the new one, though?
I personally kind of did enjoy it. I mean, it was a little boring at times, I'll admit. So, but I just really liked the tension.
Oh, there she goes. Look.
Oh, yeah.
Lin Shaye.
Lin Shaye, yeah.
Always fantastic. Always a
Oh, yeah.
queen.
Right.
I mean-
She's nuts.
Anytime I see her, I'm just like, oh.
She's done a bunch of harm.
She was in the Insidious series.
Yeah,
She was in the original Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah,
She also had a cameo in Wes Craven's New Nightmare as well.
Yeah.
There you go.
She's also in There's Something About Mary.
Not as horrific, but yeah.
Fairly.
Well,
horrific.
the semen in the hair, that's a little disgusting.
Oh.
That's kind of horror-esque.
Yeah.
But yeah.
This also really did bring in a really good cast. I mean, we got John Cho.
Sure.
We had an appearance from William Sadler from Die Hard 2.
Right, and Death from Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Yes.
And he's going to reprise his role in the new Bill and Ted. That's pretty cool. Good continuity there. We also have, I can't pronounce, Demian Bichir, who was also in another horror movie, The Nun, last year.
Yeah.
And he's always like this kind of hard, grizzled detective. He was a priest in The Nun.
Yeah.
But he still felt like a cop in that too.
I know.
He was like typecast.
cop.
Yeah. That's like just his like aura.
Scout, yeah.
Yeah. That's a good TV idea.
Priest Scout.
Yeah. And
I'm sure it was a 70s TV show.
Yeah, probably.
Actually, Father Dowling Mysteries. He was a priest detective. So.
I love it. But this movie, I don't know. I mean, I liked it more than the previous ones, but this offers nothing new in terms of horror.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It has the jump scares. It's got the gross out makeup. It's got these stock characters who you don't really sympathize with. Yeah. They're wooden. You don't care about it. What's going on here? I mean, I'd say it's on the radar, but very, very low
It's
on.
under the radar.
It's sort of under the radar, but like I don't know. It's just. It disappointed me very, very much.
I feel like it basically was like what was La Lorna, the one from last year?
Oh,
which was part
of La Llorona.
Is that the Conjuring?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of the Conjuring universe.
I didn't see that one.
It was a lot like that, but not as good.
Okay.
I felt like that did what this movie did, but much better.
This feels like a direct-to-DVD movie.
I felt like that too.
You know? Yeah. I think the third Grudge was.
The third one was. Yeah. But I did like though this one, like from what the director has said, this is supposed to be like set during the first and second movie.
Okay.
So it didn't really like establish that during the movie though. This is just what the director himself said.
It's just lazy writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like the only way you would probably know that some set with those movies is the fact that it's set in 2004, 2006.
Yeah. I did like how the jumps back. Where it would like show you like the previous like owners, like I did like that,
Right.
And I kind of wanted to see more of that.
They did it a little bit better in the originals. I think.
Yeah.
But Matt, I know that you're a fan of a different Japanese franchise, if I'm not mistaken, The Ring.
The Ring, yes.
Which there's some parallels actually, like stylistically anyway. What are your thoughts on Japanese horror and the way that America is like kind of, cashing in on it pretty much?
All foreign horror.
Well, to be honest, they have a system where they're going on it. They're showing they're getting the creativity first. They started with Ring U. Then we made The Ring.
Right.
I don't know. Did they start Paranormal Activity first?
No, America did.
That's American.
Surprisingly.
But here's another thing too. American horror films, there really has been no creativity in the major horror films.
Yeah.
A long time.
In a long time.
I think the Paranormals were the last originality that I saw.
Yeah, pretty much the last of it. And then you had, the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah.
And they had a reboot of that. And
that was a sequel, which I think
it was a direct sequel to the first movie,
which I heard was awful. Like really, it was.
Well, there was also
Book of Shadows.
Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2. That one was.
That was the bad one. That was garbage.
That was god awful.
Nice. But
and also, the Friday the 13th thing, you're rebooting those.
They rebooted that.
Nightmare on Elm Street, you're rebooting those.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yep.
You name it. You name the slasher, they rebooted it. Yeah.
I think the only thing they haven't rebooted yet is Hellraiser.
Ooh, well, that was so original, though. How could you like?
Yeah, they just keep making terrible sequels.
Yeah, they go straight to DVD.
When
Puppet Master's been, I guess, sequels. They haven't rebooted it yet.
Same thing with Saw.
The last one was an alternate timeline, so it's like,
they haven't rebooted the Leprechaun yet. I don't think.
Oh, they did that.
Oh, they did actually.
Did they?
Yeah, they'd recently made one that was a direct sequel to the first movie.
Okay.
So it ignores like all the other Leprechaun sequels.
What was it? Leprechaun in Space in Vegas.
In the Hood twice.
In the Hood,
In the Hood and in the Hood too.
Yes.
He was in there.
There was also Origins, which was made by the WWE.
Yeah. Oh my god.
When they had Hornswoggle as the Leprechaun, but you never really saw the Leprechaun.
Yeah, he was just in shadows the whole time.
Warwick Davis, man, he's getting a lot of money for these.
But as far as also it's been rebooted, but it's been really good.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
Pet Cemetery.
Cemetery. Yeah.
Okay.
But other than that, what original
Properties are they?
is going to be adapted? Nothing. You said we have so many Alien movies.
Yeah.
I don't know if Disney's going to touch those. That's just going to be an interesting.
I think the worst movie I saw last year, or was it the year before? The Predator. That was
the Predator.
So bad.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
And the worst part about it was pretty much like the exact same movie as Venom. Like the whole like
It felt
theory
similar.
of it. Like
Yeah.
it was like where it's like, oh, but this is like the good predator who's made to kill all the bad predators.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's just an
Yeah.
excuse to come up with
spoiler alert,
sequels.
those movies suck. Both of them
Yeah, they know they do.
Yes.
awful.
Yeah, I basically didn't like how the Predator was like, several different locations. It was like the jungle, then a town.
And what was worse is that Shane Black directed.
I know, I was so disappointed.
I was like, what?
yeah, because like he was involved in the first Predator
didn't
movie.
he co-wrote the first
Co-wrote
one?
it, and he also acted in it
He
too.
was Hawkins.
Hawkins, yeah.
Yeah. So disappointing.
I had such high
Yes.
hopes for it.
I
Something that
know.
also gave me hope was that Jake Busey was in it because he was playing the son of Gary
Yeah.
Busey's
Yeah,
character.
Predator 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I was like, really
Keys.
looking forward to seeing him in it, but he was barely in it. They didn't do anything with him.
Sad. Why didn't they do more Predators in the 90s? I don't know. Predator 1 and 2, they're so good.
Yeah.
They just kept going on. But they
They had the Alien vs. Predator movies.
yeah, and they had the comic books and the action figures, which I had all of them. They could have kept going with that. I don't know why they kind of halted until Alien vs. Predator in 04, right?
Yeah, 04.
So
It took them that long
yeah.
Yeah.
To make those, yes.
when you had the figures Alien versus
Yeah,
Predator
and
out
video
for
games,
so
too.
long.
Well, yeah,
and the video
I
games-
mean, the Dark Horse comics were fantastic.
Yeah,
That's where they originally did the crossover.
It doesn't make any sense.
And, yeah.
I'm a big Aliens fan, like
Yeah.
the second
Me
one.
too. Second one is my favorite one.
Yeah, it's just a great blend of horror and sci-fi.
Yeah, and action too.
Yeah, that's right.
And Newt.
And Newt, of course, Carrie Henn, I believe.
Yeah.
And some great actors: Michael Biehn, Bill Paxton,
Bill Paxton.
Yes.
Game
Paul
Sigourney
Reiser. Paul Reiser.
Paul Reiser.
I love it.
Yeah, Lance Henriksen, who
Lance
I met.
Henriksen.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
really?
Yeah, at a Monster Mania last year.
Well, how was he? Was he cool?
Oh, he was definitely really cool.
Nice. I met Michael Biehn at Monster Mania a few years
I
ago.
met Newt.
You did?
Yeah,
Really?
at a
Wow.
small convention.
I
It's
met
actually the
Michael
first one she
Biehn
ever
at,
did.
I met Michael Biehn as well at Chiller.
WinterCon.
I saw him at New York Comic Con this past year. So he's a regular fixture at these kinds of things. That's cool. So back to The Grudge. See it, skip it.
I would say I would say see it, but I wouldn't say see it in the theater though.
Yeah.
Like if anything, you could just
See it for
rent
free.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like rent it on like Netflix or something. It's like
Yeah.
probably you would only really enjoy it if you're a diehard horror fan like me.
Right. I mean, I was curious to see what they would do with it.
Yeah.
But
I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like I would skip it and I would see it if you really want to, and
Yeah.
it's on.
Yeah.
Wait for streaming.
if you're
If you don't go out of your way to see it though.
if you're a completist and you want to see every
Yeah.
John Cho movie, then check it out. But
Start with the best. Watch this first.
yeah, then work your way to the Harold Kumars.
Harold Kumar.
But Matt, I know you didn't see it, but would you want to see it after this lovely debate?
As for what I would take his advice, wait for streaming.
I'll be on Disney Plus. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, no, I don't think it would be on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I think all the aliens would be on Disney Plus. Now that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I say skip it. I was saying it was on the radar, but I don't think it's on the radar. If you're totally desperate for horror and entertainment, check it out. But otherwise, skip it. But guys, since we have a few minutes left and we're on the topic of horror, what are some of our favorite all-time horror movies? I start with the horror buff himself, Mr. Thomas Puglisi.
Hell, Sleepaway Camp's always my favorite.
You always mention
That
that.
is always the Angela one, the original one. But I
Yes.
gotta say, that was, when I watched that, I was so screwed up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
And the big, like how...
let's not mention what the ending is because I don't think Randy's seen it.
I still have not seen Sleepaway, but is it basically a rehash of Friday the 13th?
No.
It's not.
No.
Yeah.
That's
The
good.
only similarity it has with Friday the 13th
That
is
is
the
the summer-
camp setting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's really
Well,
And I know where the camp is located.
Oh, they
me
filmed
too,
it?
actually.
Where is that? Upstate?
Yeah, upstate New York.
Cool, cool.
Well, I actually know the director of Sleepaway Camp, Robert Hiltzik. He's
Oh.
actually a local in Westbury.
No kidding. Okay. Have you showed that at the Cult Cafe?
No, we've shown a retro picture show. Like
Retro
3
picture
times.
Nice.
Yeah. Matter of fact,
We
last
did a
time.
marathon of all 3 of them.
Yep.
1 through 3.
Yep.
Nice.
And
One
Melissa
night.
Rose, the star of
Yeah.
Sleepaway Camp, was there in attendance.
I think I'd have to do the marathon, I think.
Yep.
There's also the Return to Sleepaway Camp.
Return to
Not-
Sleepaway Camp. Yeah.
Cool. So there's 4 of them now?
Well, there's probably I would say 4, but there was this unfinished 4th movie. So if you want to count that one, there'd be 5 total.
Okay. Cool. And what is the general premise?
It's basically like about this these 2 cousins who will go to this camp,
Okay.
And like one of them is like this really shy, quiet girl, and she like basically gets bullied.
Okay.
And so like her cousin of course defends her and whatnot, but then like the kids who bully her around start getting killed off one by one.
Okay.
But we don't know who it is who's killing them till the very end, which is one of the greatest twists of all time in horror history.
And this is not to be confused with Space Camp, right?
It's very different than Space Camp. Now, the twist is the end of Space Camp.
Nice. I love it. I love it. I love the 80s stuff.
Or Ernest Goes to Camp.
Oh, of course.
Also
Of
very
course.
Yeah.
That's the first Ernest, right?
It is the first of the Ernest series, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Followed by Ernest Saves Christmas.
that might be that's tied
Yeah.
with Goes to Jail.
And then goes to jail. I love. I mean, Ernest Goes to Camp will always be my favorite, but Ernest Goes to Jail is probably my second.
With the pen in court. Where
Yeah. and then you go, and those are the three theatrical ones. Then everything else after that was.
What was the
Ernest
one
Scared
with,
Stupid?
That one was terrible.
And they only get worse after that.
Oh, doesn't he like? Yeah, there's
There's
one.
Slam Dunk Ernest, which is. It's hysterical because the movie Like Mike with Little Bow Wow,
Yeah.
the premise, they just took the premise of Slam Dunk Ernest and put it like on a popular rap star.
So wait, he becomes a popular basketball player
Because of a pair of magical shoes.
I hope no one has even known that there was a TV show back in the day. Hey, Vern, it's Ernest.
CBS Sunday mornings. I used to
How
watch it.
how did I miss this?
I don't know. I used to watch it all the time. It was around the
It
time.
was one season.
Yeah.
Wait.
It was around the time that Ernest Goes to Camp was out.
So like late 80s.
Yeah. It was
Early.
like Saturday morning.
Hey Vern, it's Ernest.
Yeah.
Oh
Saturday
my
morning
god.
Cartoon. Well, not cartoon. It was a live
Yeah,
action.
kind of like the Weird Al show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was on CBS. I watched it regularly.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Yep. Ernest Goes to Africa.
Oh God,
Ernest
that
Goes
was
to School.
So what about the one?
Ernest in the Army. They're all terrible.
What about the one where he's on like a cannon? Am I imagining this? Where he's sitting on a cannon throughout the movie?
That might be Ernest in the Army.
No, it's like
Wait.
Ernest Rides Again.
Ernest Rides Again.
Is
You're
that
right.
it?
You're right.
He has like this ancient cannon that
Yes.
he's like riding for
Yes.
some reason.
I think that might have been the last one they did.
I feel like I'm imagining this. It's so
It was
weird.
the final one of the Ernest series was Ernest Goes to Africa before he got sick.
Oh yeah.
Was that the very last one?
That's before he got sick.
Oh man, Jim Varney, man, he was so
Oh
good.
yeah, he was great.
He was the voice.
Unfortunately, all those like later direct to DVD Ernest were terrible.
Yeah, trying to cash in on
I
Persona.
was really disappointed. I love those
They're
first
trying
three.
to do like a made-for-TV movie of Jim Varney's life. And
Oh,
they
my
do
God.
Part of it with like his Ernest days. And
So they're gonna get an actor to play him. I cast DJ Qualls from
Oh yeah, I mean,
the
he's
new
got the
guy.
look.
Yeah.
He's got the look.
That's the first name that comes to mind.
And he's well. I just watched. He was just in some show I was watching. I was like, hey, it's TJ Qualls. I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, he might be a good Ernest, actually.
yeah.
But they're really thinking they're is that a definite?
it could be a definite. It's part of Disney because
Oh, man.
Disney owns
Yeah.
the rights to
Yeah.
Ernest.
Well, Buena Vista, yeah.
That would be cool. I would definitely
This
see
is
that.
why I could not show Ernest Goes to Camp for Gold Cafe.
That is
Disney.
that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
That sucks. All right. Are you a big Ernest fan, Thomas?
Well, I actually haven't seen the movies to be honest.
Okay.
With you. But there are. I do plan to watch them.
I would check him out.
Definitely check
Yeah.
out. And like Ernest Scared Stupid has some enjoyable stuff in it, and Eartha Kitt.
I mean, I was like,
but that's like the last of them.
I was very young when I saw it, so I was like, is this horror? Is this comedy? I'm
It's a
confused.
little both. It's a comedy. But definitely, definitely check out the first three. Goes to Camp, Saves Christmas, and Goes to Jail.
Yeah, that's the trilogy. That's basically the
phenomenal.
trilogy there.
Yeah.
Cap it off there.
Phenomenal movies.
I'll definitely check them out.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we have about 5 minutes left. Go around. Any plugs? Anything we want to mention that's coming up? Anything you want to talk about?
Well, unfortunately, there won't be a retro picture show for my friend Michael till March. He told me. So, but I'm not too sure what it is going to be as of right now. But if I could take a wild guess, since March 13th, so happens to be Friday 13th, maybe it'll be a Friday 13th screening.
That would make sense.
Yes. And heck, I'm hoping that it's going to be Jason Goes to Hell, because that's the only one he hasn't shown yet.
Aha.
Yes. And of course, with Michael's shirt company, Gutter Garbs, which of course I'm wearing as
He
always.
didn't do Jason Goes to Space yet, did he?
The Jason X? No,
Jason
but
X.
I like Jason Goes to Space more.
I'm like,
Yeah.
there's no way
Yeah.
you've shown that before Jason Goes to Hell.
yeah, well, he hasn't shown that either.
There's
I mean, with good reason, but
Yeah.
What about there's also, I think, a porno video of based on Friday the 13th characters. Yeah.
yes, let's show that.
You can bleep it. You can like fuzz, blur it out.
Yeah. And also for gutter garbs, like they're starting to sell some animal pins. Brought one with me right there.
Those are nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's for Chopping Mall, the cult favorites from the 80s. Have a nice day.
Yeah, that's a great movie. You guys are familiar?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Love
Matt, Chopping Mall?
I haven't seen that, no.
I think that's also on Amazon Prime, actually.
Yeah.
And it's basically about a group of horny teenagers who work in a mall, decide to have like a little sleepover party after hours, after the mall is closed. And at the same time, the mall has been testing these killer robots. They're basically
Security.
robotic security guards with laser beams and electrical. They just shoot tasers at you, and basically one by one, each horny teenager gets murdered by these.
It's basically the most perfect 80s movie.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's got robots, it's got horny teenagers, it's got them all.
And the soundtrack.
and a great soundtrack.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, Barbara Crampton was in it from Reanimator.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And the robots, they're here on Long Island. So,
And I think the two leads from the movie Eating Raoul, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
Yeah.
And Dick Miller in a role.
Oh, Dick
yeah.
Miller.
He was so good. He was a character actor in a lot of 80s movies, and even before
Gremlins,
that.
Piranha.
Every Joe Dante movie,
every Joe
basically.
Dante movie, yep.
He was very recognizable, and very charismatic. So that's okay. Matt, anything you want to plug?
Have a good week.
Sounds good to me. Matt, number 2.
Call Cafe every Saturday night at Cinema Arts Center. We got next week we're doing a short documentary on the band Bouncing Souls, followed by a brand new independent horror movie called Straight Edge Kegger, basically about a group of straight edge people who are killing people who do drugs and stuff. So, classic but new.
Yeah.
And then we got Cable Guy the week after that, which will
Nice.
be a lot of fun.
Now, do you pick these all yourself, or does there
Most of them, yeah.
is there like a committee that
It's
votes?
usually me.
Okay.
Every once in a while, they ask me if I want to show something, and I'll either be like, okay.
That's what all those.
But most of the time, it's me.
That's what all those polls are for, to gauge.
And I also do the polls. Yeah,
Okay,
So,
I like that.
so if you go to the not so secret society, Call Cafe,
Nice.
we do polls. Right now, we're going through the films of 2000 for this year, showing an anniversary screening, 20th anniversary
Sweet.
for 2000. So
Perfect. Well, looking forward to all that. It's crazy. And we got some plugs from our wonderful sponsor, Magnitude Jewelry. Saturday, January 11th, is the Own Your Wellness Women's Conference at the Radisson Hotel in Hop Hog, Long Island. So check that out. And actually, it's sort of bittersweet, but there will not be an Under the Radar next Sunday because I'll be at a special event on January 12th. It's the Tim Burton's Batman drinking game and trivia at the Astorian, and it's hosted by the organization Sauced Cinemas, and they do movie and TV related events with drinking games and prizes. So I'll be there for that, and you should be too, so check that out. But yeah, that's about it for the announcements. We actually have about 1 minute left, so just real quickly...
count backwards from 6.
Yeah. No, but I'm just curious, guys, what are you looking forward to right now and in the new year? Like, what's a film that comes to mind that you're excited about?
Oh.
Thomas?
Birds of Prey.
Okay, good one. All right. You're a big. Were you a big fan of the Suicide Squad?
It was all right, but I think this will be a better movie in general since it's basically it's feels like it's going to ignore Suicide Squad, and basically it's going to be Harley Quinn and Joker have been broken up now, and so now she's on her own and basically teaming up with Huntress, and the other Birds of Prey characters like Black Canary.
And probably there won't be any mention of Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. So that's a separate universe.
Separate universe. Yeah. I mean, heck, and Jared Leto is not even going to play Joker in this one. So.
Forget him.
Yeah.
Much to his chagrin.
Yes. Matt, anything you look forward to?
In July, Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Of course.
Oh, yes.
Damn it. Why didn't we bring that up earlier? It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You got 6 months to bring that up.
I know, that's true. That's true.
I don't
We've
want
been
to
bringing it up for like.
I don't want to.
Yeah, I know, but
now, so.
it's never enough, though.
I don't want to give anything away, but I just know that this one could be a good one.
Cool. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Matt.
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the Marvel movies to come back. I'm just
The Marvel?
Black Widow.
I'm waiting for Black
Widow.
Widow because I'm like in this depression of like, how can you do this to me? It's been too long, and I cannot wait for the Disney Plus TV shows.
Okay.
So that's really what I'm looking forward to. Movie wise, honestly, I can't think of anything that's like really exciting. I'm excited. I'm interested in seeing Fantasy Island.
Okay.
I'm interested in seeing what they do with that.
We'll see. I'm a little interested too, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I actually 2 movies that come to mind. Bad Boys for Life.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
It's gonna be dumb fun.
Yeah.
It's gonna be,
And the Kirsten Stewart movie Underwater.
Oh, okay.
Underwater,
Right.
yeah.
I saw the trailer the other night for
Yeah.
The Grudge, during The Grudge, and it looked very interesting visually. It looked really exciting. And actually, I'll be going to a screening this week of Like a Boss. So,
okay.
Yeah, I was curious about.
They've been running the trailer for that for the last couple months.
Yeah. So we'll see how it
It's
goes.
more like, oh, finally it'll come out. I never have to watch the trailer again.
So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, unfortunately, I won't see you guys next Sunday. But I'll be active on social media. So if you want to, send me a message or what have you, or just watch previous episodes, feel free. But yeah, I want to thank my wonderful critics today, gentlemen. Thank you. Happy New Year again.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Glad to be back.
Yeah, for sure. And enjoy the Golden Globes. They're in 1 hour.
Tonight, yeah.
Yep.
Cool. All right. So yeah, we don't have time for our predictions, but I hope you can enjoy that show. And I don't want to say goodbye, but we'll see you in 2 weeks. Thanks so much, guys. I'm your host, Randy Unger. This has been Unger the Radar. Until next time, take care.
Under the Radar is all new next week with more movie reviews and interviews on Strong Island radio and television. Stay tuned. We'll see you next week.